Good morning and welcome to day 25 of our second annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I am Sherry Pluskota and some call me Peaches. Our co hosts are coming sooner or later, so until then, we're just going to keep rolling the bus down the street, as they say. And here comes Donna, one of my co hosts. Many thanks to Elevator Results, who has been our sponsor for over a year. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can help design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their website at elevatorresultspt.com. Be reminded you can find the recordings of our past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. And Brian has his vlogs, and he's going to be rolling out some more of those here in the next few weeks. And those can be found on his YouTube channel at Software Brian. Good morning, Donna. How are you?
Hey, yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And I'm trying to get Brian up here. Then we're going to get Fats up here.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Good morning to our other co-host, Brian. How are
Good
you,
morning,
bud?
Brian.
I'm great. I got a good night's sleep, and I think I figured out the rest of my schedule, Sherry.
Yes, tell us.
Okay, good. Well, it okay. I got the poker figured out, I think. Okay,
Okay,
so I am gonna skip the Millionaire Maker,
okay,
and the reason being is that much more ensures that I'm gonna play the main event, which is the main goal here.
okay.
Um, I'm probably about 90% to play now. And that's whether I sell or I don't
Nice.
sell anymore. Um, I just I just was thinking, why am I going to play a 1500 this weekend and play these? I'm going to play all the other events. I'm going to play I'm no way I'm ever missing any of the 600 or
Right,
400,
right,
all
right.
that. I'm not going to just blindly fire in even in the 400 though. Um, when I started redoing that, I like we were talking a little bit like what we were talking about yesterday. I think when you're selling action, um, and it's probably good even if you're not selling action. If these buy-ins aren't like significant to you, like a 400, obviously it's $400 is $400, but in the context of getting to play for a World Series bracelet, like $400, like I could almost fire a bunch.
Right.
um but I think that that's not the right way to look at it, and getting in the mindset of, okay, maybe I'm going to sell a little bit of action got me thinking about that. And so what I had planned is to say, okay, I'm just going to fire one bullet per, even though I can fire two. Why go into each day thinking that I'm going to fire an extra bullet? Like,
Right.
I don't need to do that. Just one per day. I don't need to do more than that. I don't need to come in short stack. Why? When tomorrow I can come in with a full stack at the beginning when I have the biggest advantage against these weaker players and probably run up a stack then. Why waste the $400? Go
Well,
to the
and
pool,
have a
take
new
the rest of
mind.
the day off.
Yeah, and have a
Yeah,
new mindset, right?
right. Yeah, correct the errors that you made the day before or whatever. Just have a day to get the mojo changed up. So I think that's my plan is to play um not play the Millionaire Maker this weekend
Okay.
and play the 600 deep stack Tuesday. The 600 uh there's actually two 600 deep stacks next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Play both of those. Play the $500 Salute to Warriors. Play the Colossus, three flights of that if I need to get through. And then play the mini main event and then play the main event. And that's it.
Sounds
That's
like a
the
great
end of my
schedule.
schedule. Yeah.
So are you staying there through Tuesday or are you going home?
Good question. Yeah, so that's the other thing. I went, wait a second, why do I have to sit here until Tuesday? I'm thinking about maybe going home tomorrow for a couple days, and then I may even stream, just but mainly I'm gonna be able to edit and hang out, so
There's nothing better than going home for a couple days, recharging the batteries. And,
oh yeah.
I don't want to say I told y'all so, but I told y'all so. I knew he'd sneak a ride home in between because I know how Brian likes to reset and see his family, which is a very awesome trait that Brian
Well,
has.
and somebody turned the water off on my corn, Sherry. I'm really mad. It was growing like crazy. I'm going to send you a picture of this corn before I left, and I'm going to be really mad when I get home. The gardener told me, "Hey, the corn's not looking good." I was like, "What are you talking about? Wait till you see this
What
corn."
did he
Like,
do to it?
Well, water it then, you dickhead.
yeah, no, I got it on internet. Like, but
Oh,
the thing is that my jackass, this guy that works at my house, he turned the faucet that runs that
sprinklers.
it's connected to off. I'm like, and so it's been running this whole
Oh.
time. Look at this beautiful corn. I'm gonna post it to the
All
thing.
right. While you do that, I'm going to call in Fats. Good morning, Fats. Oh, look at that. It was looking great.
I was looking forward to having corn on the way
Oh,
when I got
dang.
home.
Ooh, that's rough. Sorry to see that. Fats, are you with us or no? You had your hand up, bud.
I'm
His
sure
hand
it'll
was
be
up.
fine, Brian. I'm sure it'll be fine eventually. Just give it a little bit of TLC
Yeah,
and
it's just
some
needs some water.
food.
Yeah, it just needs some water. So hopefully
Yeah,
it'll
well,
come back.
darn, I hate that. But guess what? You're going to go home and rectify all that, and hopefully it will be back to looking good by this time next week.
Yeah, I think so. And this will be a good, like, I think the schedule's perfect because it gets me like really dialed into the end of the World Series here, you know?
Right. I
Can you hear
love
me
what
now?
you,
We can
yes.
hear you. Your
I love
Verizon
that
commercial.
schedule.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Fats.
what I was going to say was to Brian. I agree with the one bullet theory on tournaments. However, the only exception will be, let's say you get in there and you start in, and it's the first level, and you're playing for about
Yeah.
45 minutes, and you see how bad the field is, and then
Yeah.
you get all in with aces against some donkey with 3-9,
Yeah.
and then he
Jack
turns
8
on
suited.
3-3 or something, and you get
Yeah.
knocked out. I could see that to
Get
me.
your ass back in
Yeah,
there.
that's a reason to jump in for another bullet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Of
just see
course.
so many people get themselves in trouble with these. I'm going to do another bullet. I'm going to do another tournament and all of this kind of stuff. And it's like, even if you're not selling, which to let you know, I've never sold. I've just always had myself, like haven't, I just haven't. It hasn't been something I've been involved in. And this year with giving the people a few percentages, I thought, oh, I'll sell a little bit, especially trying to figure out how to play the main and make sure that I could do that. But if I skip this weekend, especially, I mean, this weekend saves me, at least
Of
$1,500.
course. Of
So
course.
it's worth it to play the main event again. And I want to, you know, look, if you haven't played the main event and you can put together 10K to play, you really should do it. Like, because as a poker player, it's just, I mean, there's nothing like playing the main event. And if you can make a little bit of a run, even not a super deep run, you start getting into day 3 and they combine the fields and they're breaking down tables and they're putting those tables away for the year. And you start to look around and you're in like one room and you see the sections like kind of closing in and you're thinking, holy shit.
I'm in the main
I mean,
event.
this is the main event, guys. I could I mean, we're miles from winning it, but and I haven't ever been on day 5 or something like that, but even as early as, getting into the money on day 3 or 4, whatever it is, you start to, realize, wow, a few things come together here, and you could find yourself at the end of the main event with a chance to win.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Hey, Brian,
that's crazy. Yeah.
the that thing that you said with them starting to put the tables away because they don't need them anymore because it's the end. That was when the World Series used to be at the end, though. Now that it's in the
Yeah,
middle,
yeah,
they're not.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not
No, they're not
packing the
going to need
room up
that.
anymore. But I remember
No,
those days when they were packing the room up. You'd go there the last day, and there'd be like 8 tables and 20 tables, and you go back, there's 8 tables. So yeah, I
well,
remember that though.
well, even similarly, right? Like, as that horseshoe, or as, let's just say this, as you get down into that horseshoe ballroom, and that horseshoe ballroom starts, whittling down to half, and then you're able to move over into that final room there where the mothership is, man, like, what a feeling. It's got to be unbelievable. I just remember them starting to pack tables away, and it this time, it's not going to freak me out as much, but that
Well,
time I
just
started
as
thinking,
I'm just going to
wow.
tell you that as an observer that's been in the room, as they were dwindling those tables down to just empty space, it is a very strange feeling when you walk into that room because
Oh
for a
yeah.
week or 2 or 3, however long you've been there, that room has been filled with tables and people, and you hear chip shuffling, and all of a sudden it's very quiet and there are 10 tables left or 15 tables left out of 1,000, or
Well,
whatever.
and we've all seen it. We've all probably been there in a tournament, in a live tournament, but not the main event,
Right, right,
So
absolutely.
it's a
Well,
it's a dream come true. So
absolutely. And I'm going to say the one thing I didn't hear on your schedule that we need to talk about is um, the meetup game at the Sahara Poker Room. Are you going to be able to squeeze that in at 4 o'clock on June 20th? No, June 30th?
June 30th, I'm going to be, Friday the 28th, I have the Colossus scheduled. So
Right.
my plan is to make it to day 2 of the Colossus on Friday, June 28th, and then
Stop
I'll
waffling and
be
just
there.
say it's a maybe. Definitely
Uh,
maybe.
well, Donna, like, poker players in June, getting
I'm
us to
joking,
commit
Brian.
to anything other than the World Series of Poker. It's like, yeah, I
I
don't
know,
know.
I'm
Well,
joking.
and let's just go over that for a minute because I want people to know that there's not a person in this space that doesn't understand what Brian's saying. And
Yeah,
that is the intention is to come to the meetup game if I'm not in a tournament or if I'm not doing this or right. And so we understand that when we're hosting these events in Vegas during a series. So I need you to
yeah.
still let me know that you're a maybe so I can give numbers to the poker room. So
I'm
that
not a
you
maybe.
prepare.
I'm in. I'm playing on Friday, June 28th, and I'm gonna run up
Hell
a
yeah.
stack, and I'm gonna be through to day 2 of the Colossus. I'm not gonna
Let's
need
go, Brian.
4 o'clock on Sunday to pull through to the
I love
Colossus.
that. And just so people know where we're at with that RSVP list, there are 18 people that are RSVP'd and 10 of them are maybes. And so that list is always going to be evolving
Yeah,
as people get in and out of tournaments. And it's understandable, it's no surprise. It doesn't bother me because that's part of organizing this kind of thing.
yeah,
Because poker is number one for people. Their tournaments is number one. The meetup game is number two to their tournaments. So we get it. So just let me know. Even if you're a maybe, let me know. So let me give a few details about that meetup game. It's on June 30th at 4 p.m. at Sahara Poker Room. You can get to Sahara Casino via the monorail, and there is free parking if you have a car. Um, at 8 p.m., it is going to be a 1-3 no limit cash game. At 8 p.m., they're going to have their weekly crazy pineapple tournament, and that is a $60 buy-in with a $10 add-on, and that add-on will double your starting stack. The starting stack is 10K. You will also get a 5K chip bonus if you register early. It's a $500 guarantee tournament, so you can plan to play cash, then you could play the tournament, or you could just stay with cash. You could do one or both or whatever.
Right.
So you have lots of options there, and it should be a fun time. Any other questions about that?
Yeah, that pineapple tournament sounds like so much fun. I'm just gutted I'm not over there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. And hopefully when you come next time, we will go play that tournament together.
Yeah.
And I want to say that we do need Splash the Pot donations. So if you'd like to donate something, please let me know. Donna was gracious enough to donate a $10 gift card. And shortly after I made the save the date post, Jim from Rec Poker DM'd me and said he's going to give us some memberships, like a 2-month membership to his Rec Poker website. So that's a great site and a great prize to splash our pots with. So if you would like to donate, please just let me know so we can get you on the list. Any other questions about that event, you guys?
No, it's just a shame that you can't get Spotted Dick over there, because then I'd definitely be there in spirit.
Right? It will be missed. The dicks will be missed.
Well, I heard Fanboy's coming, so.
Fanboy is coming, so I'm excited about that. And
Oh.
I want to also go over another announcement that I think is very important for those traveling to the WSOP from another country. And that is Kevin Mathers posted a couple of days ago a tweet that international players from a tax treaty country with pending WSOP payout can now apply for an ITN when cashing out. They are done by appointment only, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit the player services for more information. And I know that's very important for our visiting players from other countries. So I just want to keep putting that information out there.
Do you know how long the ITN lasts for when you've got one?
I have no idea, and I'm not going to speak on it because I would hate to disseminate the wrong information about that. But just check with player services. That question could definitely be answered by them when they're issuing that, paperwork, so to speak. So there you go on that. Should we get to the results from yesterday?
Yeah, sounds great.
Exciting results.
Oh, very, very exciting. People are working hard on the felt to accomplish their goals, that's for sure. Event number 38 is the $1,500 Monster Stack, $11 million in the prize pool. There were 8,703 players. At the end of day 5, Pedro Neves was our chip leader, and he came out the winner, and he is $1.1 million richer.
Wow.
Aaron Johnson started the day with the second biggest stack, and he finished second for $730,000. And our friend Tim Morale came in seventh for $188K. Any comments?
He was definitely bummed out. He was hoping for the win there, but just short. Like, you just got to keep putting yourself in position to get there, Sherry, and eventually you do. And you can't really totally control the end game of things. You just got to keep, doing your best to just get there, and eventually it's going to be your day.
Amen.
But unfortunately for Tim, this wasn't his day, and that's a tough one. I mean, what is it? What did you say? 5 days? I mean,
Yep.
that was a lifetime ago, and you had to make great decisions, not get unlucky, when you were getting short, get the dream hand and dream situation to get some chips and get yourself out of danger. And so to do that all and get down to the end, and you feel like this is your time, and then not have it happen is understandably disappointing. But kind of what I was saying last night to Adam, Adam Levy, is to kind of look at every single thing as, almost like as a blessing, and to like and to and to celebrate it, right? Like, first off, just being able to play one of these events
Right.
is a thing, like, playing events you used to dream about playing while watching them on TV, right? Like, we were watching all these people, now we're playing them. And
I
now
know.
surviving into the later stages and battling against those people who were, legends of the game, making the money, making day 2, 3, etc., making the top 27, 18, final table. Then, okay, now winning the tournament, but not forgetting all the rest of those accomplishments and experiences, and enjoying those things, because poker is a really shitty game if it all boils down to you winning the entire thing or not winning the entire thing. And I've had friends that have won millions of dollars and not not been totally happy, their initial reaction, right?
Right.
Almost $4 million. And
You got to enjoy that journey. And what I tell, especially new players, is if you got to get yourself to the final table, and then usually Lady Luck goes into full gear for somebody, and you are either going to have Lady Luck or you're not.
I mean, that's the tough part about these World Series events is, at your local casino, you're going to have Bill and Bob and Ted at the final table there with you, and they're Lady Luck and all that. And there is a certain amount of that at the World Series for sure. But there's also the reality that you end up there out of how many of this
Yeah, because you have
8,700.
skills.
Actually, I think this
Yeah, of course.
8,700 number is way off, Sherry. Wasn't it like 20,000 or something like that? Is this one of the flights maybe listed here? Anyway, let's just say it's 8,700 people, and you're there with Tim Riley. Remember, down the stretch of this, Tim was battling it out with Martin Kerbal for the lead, who came in 26th. You're out of thousands of people, and you've got to beat the end boss, right? Like, almost every time you see in these events, there's somebody there that's really good,
Oh
that's not
yeah, it takes
just.
skills to get to the final table. Don't miss my point. My
Yeah.
point is the when you get yourself to the final table, Lady Luck, if you watch final tables, Lady Luck usually drives what's going on at that final table. A perfect example of that was Big Huni and Jeremy yesterday, Osmus. Um, Big Huni gets it in, or Jeremy pushes with King 8 offsuit for like 12 million
Right.
all in. And Big Huni is debating. He has K9 of hearts. While he's debating about the call, somebody from his rail yells out, "Play with your heart." And he turns and says, "Wow," because he has two hearts. He's like, "Wow, that's weird." Like something to the effect of, like, "That's weird. You just said that to me." And of course, he couldn't say what he had, but he made the call because he was like, because he's superstitious, right? So he makes the call, and the flop has a king on it, and the turn has an 8, and so Jeremy doubles up from that hand, right? And you're like, wow, that's pretty damn lucky at the final table.
Yeah.
Now Jeremy went on to finish, in second place, and Big Huni, hats off to him, finished in first place and honored his dad by winning that bracelet. So, and that was a really fun table to watch. I don't know if you watched it at all, Brian.
I did. Yeah. Yeah. And the cards have to flow your way and things like that. And sometimes I think in that situation, right, didn't Jeremy win the first hand and then ultimately Big Huni got lucky in the final hand
Yep.
a little
Yep.
bit
Yep.
and drew out on Jeremy. So yeah, you definitely have to have luck, but you've got to get to the end and play,
Yeah.
also
Your
play
skill,
good.
your skill gets you to the final table, right? Your skill
Right.
gets you there. Absolutely, 100%. All right, let's move on to
Yeah,
the.
I just want to say congratulations to Big Huni.
Yeah, we're
And
going to
what
get.
a True Life 4th party that will be.
It certainly will be a great party for sure. Event number 45 is the 10K horse, 1.4 million, 100 in the prize pool, 181 entries, and we're down to heads up with Maxim Pisharenko in the lead with 5.1 million or 5.7 million in chips,
Yeah.
and Mike Lay with 5.1 million in chips. They're guaranteed 266,000. The winner to take home 399K. Donna's friend, in quotes, came in fifth for 93,000. Benny Glazer.
Oh, Benny. Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant Jay. But no, we'll get to Jay later.
And then
Benny.
and then Maria Ho came in sixth for 69K, so she was close to her first bracelet.
A lot of people eating. I saw Phil approving of the ice cream and sweets therapy in the room last night. So he was recommending Ben and Jerry's. So
I love that. That's hilarious. All right, let's go back to our.
Hey, can you tell me about the ice cream and sweets therapy?
yeah.
No. You're not having ice cream and sweets, Fats.
I might. That might get me to Vegas finally.
Let's go get out here.
Right on.
Tell me about
When
it.
you get here, I'll tell you. I will
Oh,
have it.
that's not good enough. I can't.
I'll have it waiting here.
You do that.
I'll do one better, Fats. You get your ass out there for the meetup game, and I'll buy you a Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
There you go.
How about that? Moving on to go ahead.
10K horse. You said
Moving
46.
on to number 46 is the seniors event. And that has 4.3 million in the prize pool. There are 208 left. Nathan Henry of Canada is our chip leader with 2.9 million. I think it's Mark Wolpert of the U.S. has 2.3 million. Some notables still in the field. Greg Raymer has 615K. Jennifer Frankenstein has 770K. Lindsay Jones has 1.4 million. And Melanie Lee of Canada has 480,000. Any comments?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my grumpy friend, Paul Romain. He was in the senior tournament and he cashed. He came in 554th.
Sweet.
In the seniors. So well done, grumpy ass.
Is he from the UK? Where is he from?
He is. He's from the UK. And
very
I call him
good.
grumpy ass.
This is crazy, Sherry. Like Mark Safe in third place. Like why is he playing the seniors event? He should not be a senior. None of us, we're not old enough. What is going on?
We're in the twilight zone.
Matt Salzberg too. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he is freaking hilarious. He is so funny. In 37th. Yeah, very funny. He's a writer in Hollywood, so he is always have something funny to say.
All right, I might have to follow him. Event number 47 is the 100,000 high roller. Again, Big Huni is the winner for 2.8 million, beating Jeremy Osmus and heads up for one, and he takes home 1.8 million. And of course, Chance Corneth took home 932,000 for his fourth place finish.
And again, talk about end bosses here. He had to overcome Isildur too in third. So yeah, you gotta be on your game,
Hell yeah.
especially these high rollers. So
Hell yeah. What a great field of players. And I'm excited. Like Donna said, we're excited for Big Hooney's win for sure.
listen, I'll tell you what, I will take the asterisk off of this bracelet just because Huni won the event. Like, it's not an asterisk event anymore for this year.
And of course, Brian is alluding to the Player of the Year points and how they're being
He deserves every
disseminated.
point he gets. So
I love that. All right, let's move on to event number 48, the $1,000 pot limit Omaha. 1.9 million in the prize pool. There are 2,212 players, and our winner is Christopher Vitch, who takes home 262,000, and Thomas Taylor of Canada takes home 175K. Any comments?
yeah, that was a good event. Chris Vitch, you said came in which place? Second?
No, he took first.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he came into the final table in second. Okay, great.
Yep. And he took over the lead and took it home. Event number 49 is the 3,000 no limit freeze out. There was 3.3 million in the prize pool money. There are 1,252 entries, and there are 13 left at the end of day 2. Ben Hoy of the U.S. has 7.3 million in chips. Joseph Carden of the U.S. has 6.3 million, and I think it's Erland Melson of Norway has 4.9 million. They are all guaranteed 27,000 at this point. First place will take home 523,000. Second will take home 348K. Any comments?
Yeah, not a lot of big names left in the end of that. And I don't know, maybe it's that it's a freeze out and they're not, rapid firing, and so they're
Could
I don't
be.
know. Did
Could
we
be.
have looking back through the field, I don't see a lot of you know, big names.
Well,
So
and guess what? To me, if you're a big name, why wouldn't you play this one? But what do I know?
it's a tough event. I mean, if
Well,
the people that are playing the 3Ks and up are usually, a lot less
well, of course. So
recreational.
if a person claims to be the best, why aren't they playing this one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just dodging a bullet. All right, number 50, 10K Raz event,
Here we go.
911,000 in the prize pool, 119 entries, 12 are left. And your chip leader is Brandon Shakiris with
Let's go,
1.5
buddy.
million. And George Alexander has 1.1 million. Some notables are John Racier at 7th place with 381K, Phil Ivey in 9th place with 215K, and Dean Neggs with 161K. I think he's 11th place if my memory serves me. They're
Yeah,
all
11.
guaranteed. Thank you. They're all guaranteed 20K at this point. First place will take home 282,000. Second place will take home 188,000. Any comments?
And multi-bracelet winner and our nemesis, Sherry Brian Yoon, in 10th position there.
There you go. There you go. All right, moving on to number 51, the $1,500 Super Turbo Bounty Freeze Out. 2.8 million in the prize pool, 2,110 entries, and the winner is Peter Pack and he takes home
Park, yep.
Oh, Park. I'm left out the R in his name. And he takes home 240K, and Mark is it Dube takes home 160K. So congratulations to those winners.
Yeah.
Event number 52 is the 5K No Limit Six-Handed, $3.2 million in prize pool money with 709 entries. There are 231 left. Julian Sitbon of France is our chip leader with 520K. Krasimir Yankov of Bulgaria is right behind him with 500K in chips. Some notables would be Joe McKinnon, has 190,000 in chips. Josh Aria, 43,000. Shannon Shore, 254,000. Andrew Moreno, a former guest of ours, 100K.
Let's go.
And Cherish Andrews has 56K. Any comments?
Still early, just getting that one started, kind of. I mean, I think that was the afternoon event yesterday, so typically pretty slow on day one, and this is looks to be a 4-day event. So
yeah, there's 231 still left, so lots of poker to be had
lots
in
to
that
go.
one. Yeah, for sure. Event number 53, the $3,000 9-game mixed. Our chip leader, I'm sorry, there is 1.1 million in the prize pool, 379 entries, 139 are left, and our chip leader from the UK is Richard Ashby, who has 465,000. Anthony Samaret, I think is how you say his name, is an Australian who has 433,000. Min Cash is going to be 57th place for $6,080. First place will take home $215. Second place will take home $142,000. Did I say $215? I meant $215,000.
Yeah.
And second will take home $142,000.
A couple zeros off, give or take.
Some notables still in there at sixth place. Travis Erdman, the U.S. has 210K. Brian Rast in 10th has 195K. Robert Mizraki has 184K. Phil Lack has 93K. Maria Ho, 113K. Our pal Ari Engel, 95K. Former player of the year from 2007, Tom Schneider, has 157K. And Helmuth has 77K. A lot of folks still left in that one.
Let me add a couple people to that. Brian Micon is in 5th. Corey Aldemir in 7th. I think you said Brian Rast
I did.
in 10th.
Yep.
Adam Friedman in 11th. And I'm sure you didn't miss Robert Mizrachi there in 13th, right?
Right on.
Did you get him? David Bach in 23rd. And you said Tom Schneider. Great. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, 139 left in that one. Lots of poker to be had in that one as well.
Yeah, again, another probably pretty slow structure afternoon event there on day one, right? So
yeah,
this one's a 3-day event. So, but listen, anytime you're getting to day 2 of a World Series event, walking in for day 2 of a World Series event is a feeling I definitely recommend. You definitely want to do that many times, hopefully.
Right on. I could not agree more. And Donna, I'm sorry, I was trying to look something up, and I should never do that because it's really hard to host and look something up at the same time.
Yes, darling, you called.
I forgot what the hell I was going to ask.
It's quite all right, my sweet. You're having a senior moment.
All right, let's look at the speakeasies. Every day I want to give a couple more of those. That the other day I started to give out the list of some speakeasies that have some secret things, that you may have to do or say in order to get into them, or a secret location. So I would like to bring up, and I think it's Yakiba at You Sushi, I think is what it is. And they are let's see, it's an under the radar chef's table experience. Only 2 tables are available in this hidden, reservations only back room of the restaurant. Those who seek this experience will find a 5-course dinner centered around certified Wagyu beef, which is available in 4-ounce or 7-ounce portions. The menu also includes sake, soup, wine, and beer selections. That is Yakiba at Yu Sushi. Another speakeasy you may want to try is Mas Por Favor. I think it's Tangeray by Tequila, is how that is said. The front of this restaurant is casual dine-in or takeout taco shop with sun-filled seating area in front of the pickup counter. But wander over to the mysterious door on the left and stalk down the creepy rock-laden tunnel to get to the hidden bar and lounge. You'll know you made it when mural-filled walls, flower arches, and chandeliers come into view. Sure, you can still order tacos, but also find some specialty dishes that you may like to order as well. So that's another speakeasy to join. Now, the third one I'm going to talk about is called Easy's. Easy's is a truly excellent speakeasy experience from the Proper Eats Food Hall at the Aria. Find the small donut and coffee stand. You'll need either a reservation or to ask very nicely in order to walk behind the cappuccino machine and into the back hallway. From there, you will find yourself in a super luxurious lounge with cozy baguettes and live music. Yeah, you could order a regular cocktail, but check the menu for those ice molded teddy bears, candy cigarettes, and mushroom shaped glassware. That is easy. The next speakeasy is Wadu. I'm just going to spell it Wakuda, Las Vegas. Wadu, I don't, I'm not even going to try. Award winning chef namesake owns this restaurant at the Venetian Resort, and it's already an excellent choice for sushi. But the Amakas room, no, I'm sorry, OMAKASE room is tucked behind an inconspicuous passageway where you can find an exclusive $500 Amicus experience. And I'm sorry I'm
Yeah,
butchering this.
it's where the chef chooses and prepares what you're going to eat. Basically, you go in and
Oh,
it's the chef decides.
chef's
Basically,
choice. Awesome. All right, so those are the four speakeasies I
I
wanted to
got I
update you on. Go
I
ahead,
have
Brian.
I have one more, and
Okay.
I don't like I shouldn't say this. I prefer places not in a big hotel on the strip. You're going to get better value. And this one is the real deal, like Italian speakeasy, capos. They've been around for a long time. They
Right,
have
right. I
yes.
outlined that one the other
You
day,
did?
but go ahead.
Oh, okay.
That's
All right.
okay. That's okay.
All
If
right.
you want to
All
add
right.
something to it,
Well,
have you been there?
I yeah, I would
Okay,
say that it's
tell us
very
what you
good.
ordered.
I don't remember what I ordered, but I remember the food being very good, and I remember we had calamari for sure, and I think I had lasagna, but the calamari
Oh,
was really
yum.
great, and it was a cool, fun vibe. And I don't drink, but from what it seemed like, their bar options were really cool, so I would definitely recommend that one.
You're the second person to tell me to try that one. So guess
Yeah.
what? It's added to my list of about
Yeah, you got to
10,000.
go there. It's fun. It's fun.
I love that. I love that you've been there. That's awesome. I've heard good things about it. All right. Do we want to talk about what's going on around town, bud?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so today at the Venetian at 10:10 is the seniors day 1B, $1,600 buy-in, $1 million guarantee, $40,000 starting stack, 40-minute levels, late entry till 4:55. And then on also, and then at the Win at 12 o'clock is the No Limit Hold'em Mystery Bounty. That's going to be day 2 of that event. So they should be getting into the mystery bounties. $3 million guarantee on that. And then at 1 o'clock at the Win is the Progressive Bounty, PKO. It's a $3,000 buy-in, $300,000 guarantee. Can you believe these guarantees are crazy, Sherry?
It's awesome.
$30,000 starting stack, and 30-minute levels, late reg on that till 5:30. And then also at the Win is a Turbo No Limit Hold'em, $100,000 guarantee, $1,100 buy-in, $25,000 starting stack, and 20-minute levels in that. Late reg open till 9 o'clock. That starts at 6 o'clock tonight.
Awesome. Thank you for that update. And I'm going to throw Sahara's schedule in the mix today. Today is Friday at 12 p.m. They have a $60 no limit Texas Hold'em tournament with a $500 guarantee. At 4 p.m., they have a $75 no limit Omaha tournament with a $500 guarantee. And at 8:30 tonight, they have a $75 no limit Hold'em $500 guarantee. Please be reminded that they do a $10 add-on for the tournaments to double your starting stack. That's a dealer's add-on. And pardon me, also they give a 5,000 chip bonus for early registration. So that's over at the Sahara today, Friday. Donna, did you want to give an update on South Point?
Yeah, hang on, let me just pull it up. I've just been looking at something else. Hang on.
All right. Over at the Aria today is the $1,600 mystery bounty with a $500,000 guarantee. That's at 11 o'clock at the Aria.
Yep, South Point Poker Room. 10:05 is the 100 no limit Hold'em, 10k guarantee. The 2:05 is cancelled. So please note the 2:05 p.m. tournament is cancelled today. It doesn't say the reason why, it just says cancelled. The 6:05 $200 no limit deeper stack is the 20,000 guarantee, and the 10:05, my favourite, is the $100 no limit turbo 3,000 guarantee.
Awesome. Thank you for that update. Today at the Orleans at 11 o'clock is the Monster Stack 30K guarantee, has a $300 buy-in. At 4 p.m. at the Orleans is an Omaha 8 or better 10K guarantee, has a $240 buy-in. At 6 p.m. is their Super Stack. It's a $200 buy-in for a 20K guarantee. So those are all happening at the Orleans today. Over at the Golden Nugget at 10 o'clock is their Seniors No Limit, $400 buy-in, 100K guarantee. That would have probably been a good tournament to play today. 11 o'clock is their Championship No Limit, 500K guarantee. Day 1B, it's a $600 buy-in. At 1 o'clock is their Daily Deep Stack, 25K guarantee, $200 buy-in. Their nightly starts at 7 tonight. It's a 5K guarantee, $130 buy-in. That's at the Nugget. Over at the MGM and their Summer Poker Festival, they have teamed up with the Moneymaker Tour, and today they are offering at 11 o'clock a $400 no limit grand stack, 40K guarantee, 30,000 starting stack, 30-minute blinds. At 6 p.m. is their $300 nightly, 20K stack, and a 15K guarantee. So that's what's going on around town. Let's look at what's going on at the WSOP today. And it's a full schedule because I looked at it and I was like, wow, there's a lot going on today. And I need to be able to, why is it here we go. Sorry, you guys. I let somebody to look at my phone and they have messed up my albums. But here we go. All right. Non-bracelet events today, day 25 at the WSOP are as follows. 1 p.m. is the 250 No Limit Deep Stack. That's the Poker News Deep Stack tournament. There's also a $625 step landmark into the 6 p.m. 5300 PPC tournament. I guess that's at 1 p.m. as well. Double check that time because I'm not sure if this is a typo or not. So double check that $625 step landmark at 6 p.m. people. Double check that. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me start that over. That step landmark is it for you to get into the 6 p.m. $5,300 satellite. But it doesn't, I don't have the time for that step landmark that costs $625. So double check that info yourself, people. Today at 3 p.m. is a $240 no limit landmark for 2K and chips. At 4 p.m. is the $400 no limit deep stack turbo. At 6 p.m. is the 5300 PPC landmark satellite. At 7 p.m. is $1,100 no limit landmark to the 10K super bounty, turbo bounty. At 8 p.m. is the $200 deep stack turbo, and at 10 p.m. is the $135 landmark for 1,000 in chips. Moving on to the bracelet events today at the WSOP at 10 a.m. is the Horse Day 5, 10K Horse Day 5. At 10 a.m. is also the 1,500 Millionaire Maker Flight A. At 11 a.m. is the $1,000 Seniors Day 3. At 12 p.m. is the 5K No Limit 6 Max Day 2. At 12 p.m. is the 3K No Limit Freeze Out. At 12 p.m. is the 250,000 High Roller Day 1. At 1 p.m. is the 10K Raz Day 3. At 1 p.m. is the 3K 9 Game Day 2. And at 2 p.m. is a $2,500 mixed triple draw low ball tournament. So there you go, Brian.
I just want to shout out to Jay Harwood, who finished 5th in event 48, the $1,000 PLO in Vegas. He ran deep in the 2,121 field to pick up a career best of 68,702. As soon as he bust that, he went straight to the win and played another tournament. That's just Jay for you. And also,
that's awesome. Congrats to him.
Yeah. And also 6 minutes ago, Kev Math posted an update on my health situation. Today's appointment was a success. See many of you in Vegas Monday night. So, well, that's awesome news, Kev. I'm glad you're on the road to recovery. Good luck in Vegas, but remember, take it easy.
And for those of you that see Kevin Math in Vegas, please tip him. You know, he puts out a lot of information every day, 365 days a year, even when he's in the hospital having surgery. So please give him a tip, whether it's $5, $20, or $100. Let's not forget Kevin Math and give him a tip, please, please, please. I want to go around town a little bit. Congratulations to Travis Tichabana, who won the Win $1,100 No Limit Turbo for $36,000. He topped 184 players. So congratulations to him. What a nice win he got.
Yeah, that's great.
It's awesome. All right, Brian, do you have anything else you'd like to bring up, discuss, or?
I don't have anything else. It was too bad Fanboy disappeared. When did he say he's coming into town? Any day now, right?
I think he's there today.
Yeah, he's there today. He was on a space early this morning, my time, and he was getting on the plane to go to Vegas, so he should be there right now. Good luck to Fanboy, and miss you, my friend. I can't wait for the FaceTime with everybody.
I look forward to seeing him again in Vegas. He's a lot of fun for sure. He has a big heart of gold too. Isaac,
Yeah, he's
welcome.
awesome.
How are you, Isaac? He may not be able to speak because he's at work.
Hey, Isaac.
And give him another minute. It's all right. It is okay. So, Brian, what are you going to do today? You're not playing anything today? No cash, no nothing?
I might go play a milestone. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I just as easily could end up on a plane home too. So
Oh yeah, sure.
I've had that happen before too. I was debating because it would be good to get back and do more editing and
what are
maybe
you called?
maybe stream this afternoon and all that. What'd you say?
Water your corn plants.
Water the corn and wash the car. Okay, Donna, I gotta tell you, have I told you this story about when I tried to drive in the UK?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we fly into London and I rent a car. And when I did it, I said, I've never driven on the wrong side of the road. You guys all drive on the wrong side of the road, Donna. So I figured I better get the max insurance. And the guy's like, well, we've got this like extra super insurance. You want that? Absolutely. I rented the nicest Jaguar too. It had like beautiful sports car.
Sick
Yeah, I like
brag,
it.
sick brag.
Yeah,
So
that's
here's
all right.
so here's my uneducated thing is I thought that you just drove over and drove onto the ferry and like we're in France like a half hour later. So I had no idea. So I show up at the ferry terminal and it's empty. I didn't even bother to look like when there might be a ferry. I just figured, shoot, there's isn't there like ferries all day? So I get there and they're like, It's empty." And they're like, there isn't a ferry until like tonight. It's like 10 hours from now.
So did you go
It's
to Dover?
Yeah, so that's what they said. They said, okay,
Okay.
go to Dover or wherever it was. So I'm driving to wherever this thing is, and I'm out in the middle of like the country now, and it starts raining. And it's hard to judge how close you are to the curb on the on the other side of the car, on the left side of the car. So I accidentally clipped the little like gutter, like it's like an inch between the road and the gutter, okay? And immediately the tire light goes on.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "Oh man."
Oh
And
shit.
I pull over in front of these literal farmhouses, Donna, and I get out and not one but both left side tires are
Oh
blown
shit.
and like big
Oh
old
my
mark
god.
on the rims and everything. And I'm like, I got the girls in the car and everybody, and so I'm like trying to figure it out. This is the night before Easter, so there's like there's nothing open. I finally
Yeah, I get you.
So the insurance or the rental car people, they send out a truck like with a full like tire shop because usually they change the thing, but then you don't have two spares, so they need to send a whole truck out. And I'm trying to tell them I don't want to drive this thing back into London now. I don't feel safe. Like I just made this huge mistake, and I certainly don't want to deal with everybody in the car. So I put the kids I finally found this nice lady. Everybody's telling me, I'm not going out there to pick you up. I'm not going out there. And then finally, this nice lady's like, where are you? And then I told her as best I could. And she's like, okay, I'll be right there. And she came and picked up, like the savior, picked up the girls, took them back to this hotel that we already had. So I get everything back, and the next day I take the rental car back, and the guy is like, okay, he's like, so you had a little problem? I'm like, yeah, yeah. He's like looking at it, he's like, well, let me just see what kind of insurance you had. And I'm just laughing. He goes and walks inside, and then he's like, unfortunately, you had full coverage. So yeah, that's it. We'll be done here. He was all mad. So my
The
recommendation, if
moral
you're
to
gonna try to drive, well, actually, the moral, Sherry,
yeah.
is for the rest. So from there, I called up my assistant and I
The,
told her, I said, I am driving nowhere on the rest of this trip. You need to have a driver scheduled. I don't know how much this, it must have cost us 10K at least, because everywhere we went, she had a van waiting for us. And we like, I mean, it was the way to see,
well,
everything,
of course,
because
because you're not hitting curbs and getting flat
and
tires.
these people, they know where they're going and they're telling you the history of everything.
Jesus Christ.
It was unbelievable. But we
Okay,
I
got
will
so the
very,
moral
give
to
you.
this story for me is I'm not getting in a car with Donna and I'm not getting in a car with Brian.
yeah,
That's the
just
moral to
I'm
this.
I'm good in the US, but don't put me on the wrong side of the road,
Oh,
on the
shit.
wrong side of the wheel. Like, what are they doing over there, Donna?
And
Like,
truth to be told, Brian has driven me and Donna somewhere, and he's a great driver. So uh,
Yes.
I'm not going to dog you on that for sure. But you know what? I
Well,
want to do a. Go ahead. Did you have something
I'll
else?
give you a little tip. The
yeah.
white lines in the middle of the road are there for a reason.
Oh
If
shit!
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like at one point I started going on the wrong side of the road too, like, and everybody was freaking out.
Yeah, the
So
white lines in the middle of the road are there for a reason. You
yeah,
can go up
it
to them and you'll be nowhere near a curb.
yeah,
That's
that
just
is
a little
true.
tip for you. If you ever decide to come over and drive next time in the UK, remember the white lines are there to help you.
Stay on the white
So when we go
lines.
over to host a meetup game in London, Brian is not driving us.
No, we're getting a cab. We're getting a cab.
All
The
right.
other funny story, Don, I got to tell you guys this too. We get there and we get in an Uber to get to the rental car place, and it was really late, I think. And so we're driving in London, and I said, we're hungry. We need something to eat. Can you go by somewhere that we can't get in the United States? I'll give you a couple guesses, Donna, what he chose.
McDonald's.
Fish and chips.
Close. Donna is close. He took us to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I
I
was going to
Oh,
kid
say
you
brother.
not.
I was going to
He
say
said,
either KFC first or McDonald's, but I chose McDonald's. But I thought it could have been KFC.
"Have
That's
you ever?" He's
hilarious.
like, "Have you ever had the zinger?" I was like, "Oh no, this guy." So
All
anyway, go
right.
ahead.
Fun stories with Brian for sure. Don't let him drive you anywhere if you're in the UK. Just a little side note. But I want to remind Brian, who's talking about streaming later this afternoon, that we're going to be interviewing Ash Kardash at 4:30. So don't forget, my friend, today's Friday. Also,
Yes.
also we're going to have a reminder about the Sahara meetup game is June 30th at 4 p.m. Let me know if you can come. Even if you're a maybe, let me know. Hey, Isaac, go ahead, bud.
Actually, to add on to what software was talking about, it's funny because I had some friends from the UK over as well, right? And we were all in Florida for Art Basel, and I'm like, yeah, let's go eat at these amazing Cuban places, and let's go here, let's here. They're like, oh, no, mate, no, mate, we want nothing but American junk food, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, they wanted to go to Wendy's and Burger King,
Yep.
they wanted McDonald's, they wanted none but the dirty, dirty. I respect it, but I was like, wow, y'all
Yep.
could have had some bomb
Everybody
Cuban
that
food.
I drive around wants to do those fast food that are coming here from another country. Even when my husband hosted students that would come over for corporate training, I'll never forget that one class. I think he had like 10 people, and they were all from a different country. And they all wanted to do the fast food chains. And we were like, wait, you know, one night I was going to cook like a big American dinner with like steak and corn on the cob and potatoes and whatever. And they're like, no, we want to go to whatever fast food they wanted to go to that night. It was hilarious.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
Yeah, and it's that just shows you how advertisement works, right? Because they hear about it in a show or on a commercial or whatever, or maybe they've been here before and have had it and just enjoyed it, right? But yeah, it's interesting
Definitely.
because I never imagined myself going, "Oh, I'm going to London. Let me find a toast and beans fast food place."
That is, oh man. But
You
you know
can't
what?
get you can't get beans on toast at a fast food place over here.
It was a bad joke, obviously.
Sorry, Maxine's sending me pictures and stuff from Florida, so like, I'm a bit distracted.
Oh my God, that was too funny. Talk about dead airspace. Just let a
That
joke
was
bomb.
that was awesome. Sometimes bad jokes are better.
Oh, too fun, too fun. All right, you guys, if nobody has anything else they'd like to bring up or comment on, I'm just going to sign off because I got a lot to do before I get myself ready for Vegas. So here we are. I'm going to go around the horn. Don't forget, Ash Kardash is with us at 4:30, and I'm excited because Todd Rizzo is going to be another co-host with us this afternoon, and he always is a delight and has some witty humor that I enjoy. So that will be fun. So, Real Fats, do you have any last comments or topics you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, sometime around let's see, a couple hours I'll have another Kessler's on his way in space.
Awesome.
And we'll talk to him probably be talking to him about it seems like Sean Deeb was trolling him a lot yesterday, especially in a hand that was posted on there was video of a
Yeah.
hand posted on Twitter.
Yeah, Sean's been kind of going back and forth with him about a week now. So always entertaining for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably bring that up with him because I reevaluated that hand, and Alan isn't really as strong as he thinks he was in that hand.
Well, that'll be an interesting conversation. So look for Fats to host a space with Alan later today. So there you go. Donna, any other questions, comments, topics?
Yeah, I've just got some. I've just got something for Todd for Rizzo. Hang on a minute.
All right, Isaac. While she's doing that, why don't you let us know if you have anything else to discuss? You may be with work. Go ahead, Donna.
I just played your show. It's your birthday. Bless him.
Okay, even her interpreter did not understand a damn thing she just said. What, Donna?
I just said I played 50 Cent Go Shorty, it's your birthday. And tonight is going to be his birthday.
That's just I'm no comment, Todd. I'm sorry you're gonna she's gonna get booted this afternoon if she does that. I promise you, Todd. Software.
Love
Any last comments or things to discuss or whatever, bud? Software, press that microphone button.
I'm good. Thanks, Sherry. Have a great day.
You are welcome, and good chat with you as always. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we'll see you this afternoon with Ash Kardash, 4:30 Pacific time. And Isaac's coming back up. He must have been getting booted, so I'm going to give him a chance. Isaac, any last comments or topics?
Nothing much. See y'all in space later on. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.